for you with some new cards about somebody that is waiting for another person's relationship to end. We have, I know we're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for a shot to be with you. So it kind of implies that this would be someone who has not, like they wouldn't qualify as an ex per se. Maybe you had a flirtation, maybe you had a situationship, but I feel like for the majority of you, this is a person who is watching and seeing that you are in a relationship that doesn't appear to be very happy, because we have I'm caught up in a karmic relationship. They feel like you're going to end this relationship soon. So it's kind of like I'm admiring you from afar. I feel like we have a lot in common. I feel like maybe you like me too. But this relationship that you're dealing with is something that has to be dealt with first, right? All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. Hello, Key Controller. For those of you that celebrated, I hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving yesterday. I was taking the day off and had some really good food. I also thank you to the anonymous donator, told me to get 2 tarot decks. We've got the graffiti tarot to add to the collection. And then those first 2 cards that I pulled are from the Burning Heart Love Oracle. So, very exciting. Thank you, thank you. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Also, huge shout out to all of the moderators. Love you, couldn't do this without you. And some of you may already know, today is 4 years. I've been doing this for 4 years. So there will definitely be a free personal question at the end of the general readings. Today, I want to make sure to say thank you and give back. I also want to make sure that if we have some moderators on, if they would like to have a question, we'll try to do that too. So April, I'm just gonna write down your name real quick. You let me know if you have a question. All right, let's dive in. I think we have to go with the graffiti tarot, right? Where did I put you? I am like rapidly running out of space to put cards, so I might have to stop getting cards. But this is the graffiti tarot. Definitely a different take on the art, so it'll be interesting. All right, did I say hello to everyone? Hello, Jordan. Hello, Sarah. That's awesome. Yes, it really does pass by quickly. But I don't know, it's kind of fun that there have been like little chapters along the way, or things that have changed, like, you know, where I live or the backdrop, or the cards that I use, the people in the live chat, the moderators, all of that. All right, so the first 2 cards we have out are the 9 of Swords and the King of Swords. We've got somebody here who is feeling a bit anxious, feeling a bit frustrated. I don't know why I'm dealing with this particular argument, or this person has really been, you know, making things difficult. That could be a boss, that could be a family member, that could be someone they're in a relationship with. Since we have the karmic relationship card, it could be specifically about that. Hello, Andrea. How are you doing? Hello, Sally. What's going on? Hello, Grindhard. Hello, Matua. How are you doing? Exactly. What else? The Star in the reverse. Here's the Star. The Star talks about healing. And when it's in the reverse, I do feel like it's clarifying this King of Swords. I feel like we have someone who is a bit icy or difficult to access. Someone who has refused to address some of the change that is needed in their life, or continues to see endings and frustrations where they should be able to have something, I don't know, more concrete. Hello, Jen. How are you doing? Hello, Fred. All right. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hello, Echo. Hello, Roger. How are we doing today? So this King of Swords, I feel like this King of Swords is the one that's in the karmic relationship. So for some of you, you could resonate with this energy. You might be the person that's in the relationship with the King of Swords. It does not have to be a man, but I do feel like this is someone who has a tendency, or at least the ability, to get a little bit cold with how they communicate. I don't know what that is, Troy. We have the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, to me, that's like slow internet. The relationship. See how we have someone standing outside looking up at the tower? This is like, I'm waiting for this relationship to end because I feel like I could treat you better. And then we have Justice and the 9 of Cups. So presumably, whoever you are, if this reading is for you, it's saying it's time to make a decision. Is this what you want? Or do you want to move on from this relationship? Are you looking at it as a karmic relationship? For others of you, this could be the questions that are facing your person, or perhaps you're the one who is waiting for a relationship to end so that you can have your chance. Hello, Ethan. How are you doing? I've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Lack of communication. Unwillingness to take the actions that would make for a happier or not toxic relationship. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is just kind of like beautiful in its simplicity. Yeah, I think this is someone who is really contemplating whether or not they need to end a relationship because they feel like they need to protect what they've worked on, or because they feel like, you know, it's difficult to actually get through to the person that they're dating. The Knight of Wands being in the reverse makes me feel like we do have some combative or aggressive energy, starting arguments, escalating arguments, all of that, you know? Oh, thank you, Grindhard. Grindhard, you might not have heard me, but at the beginning I said I wanted to make sure to do a free question for the moderators as well, so you should comment one more question beyond that, and I'm going to write down these, okay? Any talk from Micah today about me? Does she feel sad? That she couldn't be... Well, we're going to phrase that slightly different. We got to keep them a little more PG than that, hun. We'll go with next two. And then we have how she felt about yesterday's combo. I got you. About yesterday. And I'm just going to check real quick and see if April had a question. April, you let me know if there's one that you would like, or if you just want me to pull a few cards for you. Ah, there. Can to the X learn this lesson? I really hate to see that, man. I don't know why we have to, with the relationship ending thing, why there's such a tendency to try to vilify the other person. So I am sending you some protective energy, April. I hope that gets better. But yes, I've got April and Reinhard written down for the questions. I'm trying to figure out what to say hello to here. I'm going to say hello to Cece. Hello, Mr. Unknown. Welcome. This is a general reading. Hello, Arav. How are you doing? You're welcome, April. Hello, MRM. All right, what else do we have? We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse and Temperance in the reverse. Okay, so I'm a little bit nervous that there could be some interference. Maybe there's an argument that's started by a third party. Maybe there is an exaggeration or some deception, and that starts an argument. But I feel like this relationship is on thin ice with Temperance in the reverse. It's like, I don't know why I'm in this connection. I don't know if this person is serious about it. But it doesn't feel like this is awareness of the other individual. Like, I don't feel like this is someone who's saying, I'm going to end this relationship so I can go be with someone else. Page of Wands in the reverse and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is just, you know, I don't know if there's a way to get around this. Maybe we're just too different. Maybe we're on very different pages, right? Lovely. Hello, CP. Is it like Panda? No, not. We'll call you Grinder. Wait, no, wait. We got Grind Hard though. It might get confusing. Hello, Jason. How are you doing? Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, Pri. How are you doing? Wishing you the best as well. Hello, Ryan. All right, let's see what else we've got as far as tarot deck today. I think we'll use the gold foil tarot. Hello, Zatska. How are you doing? Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, girly? I don't know. Should I call you just Barnes? I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving. Hello, Mia. How are you doing? Hello, Ragstone. Okay, did we get... Oh, bless you, Grind Hard. You didn't have to tip again. Reaction yesterday to... To be my one. And has any friends or family asked? About me yesterday, and sorry guys, she's thinking about me now. Thank you, Grindhard. I appreciate you. All right, I've got that written down. Haley, how are you doing? Of course I can. I think you meant pull for that second one too, right? Okay, so for you and for X. And thank you, Michael. That's so kind of you. Welcome to the folks who are now members. Make sure you check out that additional content. There's shorts and like longer form readings that are not live streams. So there's, you know, no commentary. It's just pure reading. Hey, what's up, GP? Sorry, I'm saying hello to the people that I see who haven't said hello. Hello, Matt. Hello, Redbeard. Hello, Larissa. What's up, Jess? Hello, Yavit. How are you doing? Or wait, Yoba. Sorry. Oh, what's up? How's it going, Bedlam? Hello, Rainbow Warrior. Hello, Jackson. How are you doing? Hello, Zachary. How's London doing? Oh, I'm so glad you got to spend Thanksgiving with her. Oh, I hope there's some healing going on, but that's rough. I hope you two had a lovely time, though. Hello, Ginger. How are you doing? Hey, girly. Thank you for the tip. All right. What can I expect in love life? Michael, let me know if you'd like me to pull a few cards for you, by the way. Since you gifted so generously some memberships. And I think I also saw GP or Lucas. Because it's my 4-year anniversary today, I've been on YouTube for 4 years. If I see moderators, I want to offer to do some, like pull a few cards for you, if you want that. Because obviously you help the channel actually function. I'm doing well, thank you. Hello, Lilith. Hello, Jared. Hello, Vishal. How are you doing? Hello, Tacha. Hello, Luca. Oops. I appreciate it, Canem. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords to the King of Swords. Now, some of you already know that when we have the King and Queen of Swords come out together, that often indicates that we have somebody that might have been in a recent breakup. Those two may still have that divine counterpart energy, but with the swords out, you know, it's kind of clear that we have some people who are like, not very pleased, especially with the sun in the reverse. So there's some frustration, some sadness, some disappointment. But with the Ace of Swords now in the upright, we have someone who's feeling confident that they know how to handle the situation or what they need to do. And that maybe they need to be honest about somebody who's refusing to change their ways. So this karmic relationship does in fact look like it is likely to end. And this other person who feels that they are meant to be with you is watching from the sidelines. If you missed the graffiti tarot portion, we had this Ten of Pentacles with somebody who's watching outside. The Ten of Pentacles is a relationship. This is somebody who's sitting here like, I know you two won't last. And as soon as you break up, I'm going to find my opportunity to pursue the person I want. Thank you, Zatsuki. I appreciate that. Hello, Jim. I hope you're having a good day. Mira has a point there. Hey, Jared, I'm happy for you. Money can definitely facilitate things that can make us happy, but in and of itself, the value can be disputed, right? I think the best approach to defining wealth is to accommodate for the fact that there are various ways that one can be wealthy. Sometimes it's about your health, sometimes it's about the support system or the people that you have in your life, and other times it's about the dollars or whatever you use. We've got Three of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So I think we had somebody who was perhaps giving another person the benefit of the doubt, probably in this karmic relationship, trying to make things work, trying to see if there was a way to bring back some positive energy or take a fresh stance, change some behaviors, but it feels like there's a sense of disappointment here. With the Seven of Swords in the reverse, this is like, if I'm honest with myself about what I really want, this is not it, you know? Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Hello, Mavis. How are you doing? Hello, Holy Ghost. What's happening? So we have the Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups again in the same spot. Second row of the tarot, third card in, just like the previous one. I think we've got someone who's finally acknowledging that it's not fun to walk on eggshells in a relationship, or it's not your responsibility to teach somebody how to want to do right by you. If they're interested in doing right by you, they will demonstrate that. So I feel like you just had to be honest with yourself about how much effort is justified in this situation. This Ace of Cups clarifying the Ace of Swords, which clarifies the other Ace of Cups, is somebody acknowledging the truth of the situation and that they need to make a decision. The Ace of Cups can often be seen as an offer in love, like, oh, I want to be in a relationship with you, or, you know, a declaration of love. But I think this is more about somebody's self-worth and their respect for themselves, not wanting to continue in a relationship with somebody who is being combative or approaches conversations destructively. And that's why we have this King of Swords in the reverse. It started off with the King of Swords in the upright, but now they're in the reverse. So things escalated, and now we have departure, or probably an actual breakup. And this person, again, is sitting there waiting. I know at some point the two of you are going to break up, and when you do, I'm going to make it known that I'm interested in you. I think they're going to give you a little bit of time, but they definitely want to know when the clock starts on that, right? Hello, J Mark. How are you doing? Already with the Merry Christmas Day. How was your Thanksgiving? Hello, Frank. How are you doing? Oh, I've been to Amsterdam. It's beautiful there. I actually had a pen pal in Amsterdam when I was growing up. She had gone to school with me here, and then they moved over there. All right, so we've got Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I really like that we have the Four of Pentacles from the previous row from this deck. And then now we have the Five and the Six, even if they're not in order. It's like someone is acknowledging if there is a relationship with someone that seems destructive or toxic or codependent, if this is somebody who doesn't want to fix the problems or address what maybe causes the outbursts, then that's not my responsibility. I think there's a clear understanding here. Whoever I'm reading, which is likely this Queen of Swords, does not mean that you're a woman. It does mean that you're smart, though. I do feel like you've looked at the situation and realized this is how much I could influence or I should influence in this relationship. But if you're not at this point as far as you know, wanting to make sure that things actually are respectful and do right by each other, or, you know, no manipulation, things like that. Maybe there's a question of, you know, can I trust you? Or are you talking to other people? I think we have this relationship being viewed in a little bit of a negative light, but it's really more so an honest light, because someone has been a little bit generous towards this King of Swords in the reverse. We have the World and the Three of Wands. So I have to, YouTube doesn't like the no clothes cards, so can't show you the whole World card, but this is generally saying we've got somebody who is taking off. Maybe they live together and now one or both are choosing to move away. Maybe there's a conversation here that says, you know, I really did try, but I don't think that you're taking the actions that you had agreed to or that would be wise at this point. So I've got to do something else, right? Ooh, let me get my pen. Thank you, work. How you doing? With the guy named S, okay. I'll pull a few cards on that and your connection with S. Just for those of you that are new to the live stream here, when I get to about 30 minutes in, I start the personal questions. And right now I've got April, then Grindhard, then Lee. Am I allowed to use your first name? We'll call you Barnes for now. And then work, you would be after Barnes. Yes, exactly. Hello, how's it going? Harmeet, how are you doing? Oh, thank you for the gift, Saskia. Oh, you're welcome. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I feel like this Queen of Cups is the person who's been admiring you, because it's clarifying the same row with the person who's waiting, looking to find their opportunity. This is somebody who feels like you deserve to be treated really well, feels like you have not been treated very well, has been expecting this breakup, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And I think they see it end, or they get word of it. Maybe people are talking about it. Maybe it's on social media. For the record, my personal opinion is try to keep that stuff off social media, because I don't think that really does much to help with the healing process. If you do want to vent or get some information off your chest, obviously talking to good friends in person is a good idea, or get a journal, you know, that might be helpful. All right, sounds good, Sierra. Hello, Rebel. How are you doing? Hello, Matt. So we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Wands. So then you decide to walk away. And this toxic individual, this King of Swords, did not expect you to let things go that way. Very much so expected you to fight some more or work towards resolution. They may see you as like the nice one. I don't know that they would say that, but thank you, Stephanie. How many children? So Stephanie, I will give you some guidance on both of those things, but I will just like add a little asterisk that when we talk about things like that, that maybe in the future, you know, a couple years or even several years, there's a little bit of room for alteration, a slightly different path, right? It could be dependent on who you decide to be with, right? So I will ask what the most likely outcome is. And then I will also ask what the second most likely outcome is. Because I do feel like there is a bit of a fork in the road for you right now. At least that's the sentiment that's coming through. But that's how free will works, right? And why we have to be consistent with healing, because when we have those forks in the road or opportunities, if you're ready for that adventure, then you're ready for that adventure. So, all right, let's see. With this Eight of Wands, let's see what that is, because it kind of feels to me like we have someone who feels like you moved too quickly. They feel like you didn't give enough time to this relationship, that you're walking away from this karmic relationship without giving it the proper attention. I think they just kind of want to make you look at like the problem. Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I do think, especially if you are already talking to somebody else, they will try to make it seem like you were untrustworthy. So, you know, just be respectful. Take some time, you know. I never think it's a good idea to jump from one relationship to another. Take a breather, you know. Take a spa day. Go golfing. I don't know. Go fishing. Have some time for yourself, regroup, and then go back out there. It's kind of like, I look at it this way. When you go dancing, whether or not you're drinking, your feet will get tired at a certain point. And so if we use the example of going to a wedding and dancing there, sometimes it's amazing music and you feel like dancing forever. Sometimes, though, it's just not your thing. So I think a lot of people will dance their butt off when the music is good. And then when it's, you know, one of those songs you don't really feel like, you take some time out. That's how it should be in between relationships. Give your feet a rest. Give your heart a rest. And then go back out there when the song is good. You know what I mean? Hello, Spirited. How are you doing? Hello, Hostine. How are you doing? I got you, Reinhardt. I wrote that down. Hello, Shaw. How are you doing? Hello, DC. Thank you, Zatska. Future with Jason. And give him a chance. Does he have genuine interest? And, or should I just stay alone and focus on money? I got you. Thank you for the tip. I like that, Satsuka. Hey, Rachel. How are you doing? I hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving. Wait, I can't remember. Are you... I don't know if you celebrate Thanksgiving, but even if you didn't, I'm thankful for you. And Rachel, you probably already know it's my 4-year anniversary for the channel. And if you have a question, I would love to do one for you. Or if you want me to pull a few cards for you, I want to make sure that the moderators get that today. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you guys might hear my stomach growl. I am definitely getting hungry. Maybe some Red Bull will help. Just a little bit. All right, this is the Earth and Bones Oracle. Thank you, Bernhard. Oh, thank you for joining the membership, Satsuka. I appreciate that. I think we need another candle, don't you? Yeah, I think we do. All right. So, oh, it's for this one. What do we have? Thank you. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. So we have Trinity, balancing decisions, priorities, and adapting to change. What's nice about Trinity is it's a card that makes me think of emotional, mental, physical. the 3 things that people see about who you are. And then like within, I don't know, would you categorize spiritual as part of emotional? Is it its own category? I feel like we have somebody who is really thinking about what's important to their happiness. If this is eroded because I'm dealing with someone who is unpredictable or quick to anger, then maybe I need to be more protective of my emotional health, right? Or spiritual health. Blood moon, number 8. Illusion, uncertainty, confusion, secrets, egotism, and narcissism. I really don't like to throw around the word narcissism because I think people overuse it, but it does feel like we could have somebody that might be considered a bit self-absorbed or at least like difficult as this King of Swords individual. We've got heart, number 7, emotional awakening, creativity, intuition, and follow your heart. As this relationship seems to come to an end, there is some unexpected excitement that you feel from being able to refocus and perhaps make some different choices, have more time for your hobbies, live somewhere else, have more time for your friends or your family, right? This is the truth is. I'm trying to figure out which of these candles smell so good right now, you guys. I think it's the pear one. Okay. So we have ashamed and soulmate. Embarrassed about past behavior. So I do feel like this is this King of Swords, inability to deal with frustration. Maybe has a habit of taking things out on you when they feel ashamed or when they feel like things are not going their way. And that's not fair. There's a better way to process these things. There could be things that maybe you need to work on as well. This is a good time to do that. But there's someone here who's looking at you with little stars in their eyes and hope in their heart. Wondering, okay, so if you've broken up with this person who is not good enough for you, then do I have an opportunity? And it looks to me like we could have a twin flame situation. So you could be about to meet a twin flame, or you could be walking away from a twin flame. But there seems to be someone who is looking at you as their soulmate, someone who feels like they want to see whether or not you're actually interested. So again, I don't feel like this is an ex. You're either walking away from the twin flame or meeting a soulmate who could be a twin flame. But this is somebody who's very loyal. So it could be a difficult decision for you to walk away from the karmic relationship, which might be why you're being told or given some insight into that other person who's waiting for you, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, it's already 38 minutes in. Why didn't anybody tell me? We got to start on these personal questions. Close, but not quite, Vin. Or Vivian? Yep. All right, so we have April up first. The soon-to-be ex. Will he ever learn the lesson? Will he ever learn this lesson? Yes? Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Something here is not going to work out the way that he expects it to. Something that he believes will make him happy. So he ends up rewriting what it is that actually makes him happy, finding that he had the wrong perception. So it's like a bigger, yes, there is a learning the lesson, but it requires a shift in perspective that encompasses a few lessons, right? So in other words, it kind of looks like he's going to get bombarded with learning a few lessons in one fell swoop, which is generally like an ego death or, tower moment. I do feel like this has to do with a sibling or somebody who is very like your soon-to-be ex. So I don't know if we have twins or, like a brother or a very close friend, or maybe it's a cousin. But there's someone here who is not you, who is a key element to learning this lesson, either through giving advice or something, more like a tough lesson. Well, that's interesting, but this is someone on his side that helps him to learn that I don't think is you. Struggling a little bit, right? Yes, I agree with that. Hello, Aunt France, how are you doing? Is this in the near future? No, there's still some lack of confidence here. I feel like I need to be more independent without it being abrasive. Some people have a little bit of a kind of twisted perception or definition of what it means to be independent. So I don't think it's going to be a very fast timeline for learning this lesson, but there is movement. Voodoo, how are you doing? You picked a wonderful day to come back. It's my 4-year anniversary. I can't even talk. I'm excited. How are you? I hope you have enjoyed your week so far. Hello, Gavin. How are you doing? Voodoo, I'm doing free personal questions for moderators. So if you have one, let me know and I will add you. I do have a little bit of a list going on, Voodoo. But we've got Grindhard up next, then Lee, Sierra, Work, Stephanie, and then Zatska. April, thank you for being an awesome moderator, by the way. Hello, Ryder. How are you doing? And I don't think I saw Mike ask for a question or some cards to be pulled, but if I missed that, let me know, Michael. Grindhard, we've got, has there been any talk today from Micah about Grindhard? Not yet. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Maybe a little bit more of a lazy day today. Death in the reverse and the Star. Yeah, it feels like this is kind of like a self-care, just like, wear some sweatpants kind of day. Oops. Does she feel sad that she couldn't be next to Grindhard yesterday? Yes. 9 of Swords. This 9 of Swords is coming through more so as like feeling like it would have been nice to retire at the end of the day with you, right? Or like wake up this morning. There's this like family energy around the holidays, right? 2 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's decisive, like I know what I want energy. How did she react or feel about the conversation yesterday? Grindhard. I can appreciate that, Michael. We've got for Grindhard's question, the lovers. And we have the Ace of Cups. I love this for you. The reaction was like, I think fawning would be a good way to say it. Like, oh, you know, kind of like what I just did. Ooh, I'm a Joe. I'm going to delete that. Number one, please don't be yelling. Number two, please do not talk about an entire group of people like that. It sounds a little bit mean, right? Oh my gosh, I definitely have a stomach growl going on, you guys. Don't judge me. All right, so we've got... Okay, I'm worried I won't come back to it, but I snuck in the last question, which was, does she want a family with me? Let's do that, and then I'll come back to the other ones that you had. Yes, she is thinking about starting a family or having a family with you. Something that she may have felt like she may be left to do on her own. All right, let's get a few more from the Marseille Cat Tarot. What was the reaction yesterday from Micah to Grindhard saying he wants her to be his woman? I think she's a little bit nervous, but it's kind of like... So Sun in the reverse is, I don't know if I know enough about you yet. But we have the Six of Wands, which kind of lightens the mood a little bit. Like, but what I do know about you has been pretty positive. Wondering if maybe it's time to kind of let down the guard a little bit more, give you greater access, be a little bit more vulnerable with you. With the Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse, it's like, I know I'm making things take longer than they should. You know, like, I know I'm taking my sweet time. But I think she's warming up to that idea. She's trying to make sure you don't have any negative intentions. Has her friends or family asked about Grindhard in the last 24? Yes. Oops. We have someone who was asking questions here, trying to figure out if if Micah has decided what timeline makes sense or like where her head's at. So this is like people wanting to know how she feels about things and what she wants, whether or not she trusts you. So just kind of like a check-in with her, it looks like. Hello, Yang, how are you doing? Hello, Anne, how are you? All right, so then we've got, is she thinking about Grindhard right now? Yes. I love that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, Grindhard. Were some pretty amazing answers for you. I hope you're all like cheesing over there. Hello, Regio. No soy de México, pero yo vivía en Cuernavaca, Morelos, como estudiante por 4 meses. I don't know if I should say how long ago. Hello. How's it going, Steven? Yeah, I love those answers so much for you, Grindhard, and I'm sending you a big ol' hug. I hope things continue to go well for you. Let's move on to, and thank you for being a moderator. Let's move on to Lee. We're gonna pull some cards for Lee and then pull some cards for the ex. What does Lee need to know, please? We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Wands. There is something that is going to become less ambiguous or much clearer to you in the next week. This is an opportunity that may initially seem like something you don't want, but then when you consider children or perhaps things that make you happy that maybe you've not been able to do for a long time, I feel like your opinion changes. Like initially it's kind of like, And the more you think about it, the more it's like, actually, that would be perfect. That's exactly what I want. So keep an open mind with regards to opportunities. And then what do we have for Lee's ex, please? 8 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Wands. So we have somebody who's feeling like they need to no longer invest. That it's time for a break. It's like it's like a commercial break, but you know, commercials aren't necessarily fun, right? Hello, David. How are you doing? 2 of Wands in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse. So feeling like I need to take a break or do something different, change the schedule perhaps, because I feel like someone's trying to control me or because I'm trying to manipulate someone else. Yeah, is this the ex being manipulative? Yes. 7 of Swords is the answer. So be cautious. The ex is trying to get you to see things a certain way when that is not how they actually are. Ooh, happy birthday to Stephanie. That's awesome. On a Friday too. Lee, I hope everything goes well for you. Let me get a different tarot deck. What do we want? We'll go with the Tarot of the Nile. We've got Sierra up next. What can Sierra expect next as far as love life, please? Hello, Mustafa. How are you doing? Ooh, and I have had some issues in the past, but what I have found is if you're able to use Google Hangouts, try that and tell me what your email address is. Otherwise, if you know that you are interested in a personal reading, you could send a PayPal with a message attached to it. And my PayPal is the same email address or how you would find it. So I've had some people communicate with me through that venue. And then if I can get your email address, I can start the email. I'm not really sure how it, if it's like sending it to the wrong folder, because even if I look in spam, sometimes I don't see things. So my apologies on that. I might have to get a different one. It's just all over my channel, you know? Hello. Oh, you're so welcome, Lee. Did I say hello to Jen yet? Oh, Jenna? Sorry. We've got Ace of Wands. I want to refocus the energy because I was talking to many people. What do we have for Sierra as far as expectations in love life? I got you, Grindhard. I wrote that down for you, and thank you. Yeah, it's kind of like a chat feature. I've had someone be able to get around the email issue with that, and I'm so sorry that that's happening. Empress in the reverse and the 4 of Swords. There's a time being prepared for you or offered to you to focus on yourself. What I'm seeing is somebody who is like running a 5K, but has like a limp or their ankle is not feeling well. And it's like, I just got to finish the 5K. I just got to finish the 5K. And it's like, no, because your ankle isn't working. Like you're making things worse. So if you have an opportunity to take some time for yourself or, you know, spa day or, you know, just binge your favorite TV show, eat some delicious cheese, ice cream, whatever it is, This is like you need a little bit of some rest because I feel like you've been pushing yourself to do too much. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. With regards to the love connections around you, there's someone here who has taken a wrong path. Feels like they should have communicated differently or more effectively with you. And this person's going to send you a message. I feel like right now you don't expect to hear from this person. They're coming through as the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is someone you're no contact with who's going to contact you. This is someone who feels like they need to approach the connection with you on equal grounds or be more accommodating, more compromising. This with good intentions. This is somebody who is very capable, wants to make sure their actions are appropriate, and yes, they have good intentions. I like that. Sending you a hug, Sierra. Let's see what we've got for work. Work is asking about the connection with a guy with the initial S. What does work need to know about this connection? Hello, Tandy. How are you doing? Emperor in the reverse. Page of Swords in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the reverse. King of Wands. Knight of Swords in the reverse. I don't love this energy. We have somebody who, it's like if I'm trying to merge on the highway and I'm only at 40 miles an hour and everyone on the highway is going 75 or 80 miles an hour, like it's gonna be a little bit awkward. Someone's gonna have to like brake because you haven't matched the speed, or you know, people behind you aren't able to get to the right speed because you're slowing them down. There's something here about pacing being off, or perhaps even like a lack of confidence, because look, I'll be honest, I get frustrated when people don't know how to merge on the highway. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I think it's about understanding velocity, right? But we've got someone here who seems to be like distracted or not paying close enough attention. So I'll come back around and I'll make some statements, or I'll, you know, maybe even make some promises. But when it comes to actually following through on those impulsive promises, it's like I'm left wondering what's going on. So this is someone who has some difficulties with regards to confidence, may even come out as arrogance. This is also somebody who is struggling as far as following through on the things that they say when they haven't really thought through those things as much as they should have. Let me add that. Thank you, April. Will he sign the divorce part? Ugh, I can't talk. Will he sign the divorce papers without a fight? I've got that written down. Thank you, hon. We've got Stephanie up next. I'm going to get a different tarot deck for you. All right. Stephanie is wondering, how many children will she have? You're welcome. Hello, Francisco. How are you doing? How many children is Stephanie most likely to have? I see one child as most likely. There is a question of a second. Yeah, because of a relationship that could potentially be repaired after having one child and then having a second child, or whether or not things are too contentious to get the relationship to progress. So possibility of 2, most likely 1. Is there any chance of 3? There is. Wheel of Fortune. Oh wait, is this because like 3 separate pregnancies? I don't know if you have any ability to have twins. Yeah, there is highest likelihood of having 1 child. If that relationship is repaired after the first child, if you're able to work through those issues, I see a possibility for a second, possibly even for a third. But it's saying it really does depend whether or not you can resolve this argument that seems to really kind of like dig in this connection. Will I officially be her hubby soon? Officially be hubby soon. I've written that down for you. Thank you, Grandheart. Stephanie, I hope things are going well for you and that you enjoy the rest of your week. Let's see what we've got for Saskia. We've got, what can Saskia expect as far as the future with Jason? 7 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Fool. There is a pretty significant road bump or obstacle. I feel like there is a pretty decent foundation built before some argument or like test causes you both to question whether or not this has the potential to go, very long term. Tell me more about the Fool. So with the right kind of energy put into the connection and some patience, I do feel like you're able to get around whatever this is or recover from this argument. However, with the Chariot being in the reverse, this is like, it's coming through as don't nag or push. Be patient if there's something where like someone needs some time to themselves or someone needs to make a decision. Or maybe even you need to make a decision. Don't rush is what I'm seeing. Hello, channel. How are you doing? Oh, enjoy the nap, Mira. I hope you have a great day. Should Saskia give him a chance? Yes. But if this is somebody who is unable to understand how to approach you, if there is a lack of willingness to like listening to you, for example, then the advice is to walk away. So I feel like there is a good chance things could work out well for you. The number 6 is important because we have the Lovers as well, which is the number 6. Be comfortable with walking away if it doesn't work out, but give this person a real chance. Does he have genuine interest? Yes. Strength card. Page of Pentacles. 4 of Cups in the reverse. I would absolutely say this is genuine interest. There's a desire to do something in a better way or with a new approach, a new energy, right? Should Saskia just stay alone and focus on money? There could be a time where you decide to do that, but at this point, it is not unstable enough to call it. There's like, it's like make one more effort, So what I'm seeing in my mind is those tests in school that usually had a lot of pressure. Maybe it's like, 1/3 of your grade or something crazy. But when you get to the end of the exam, maybe there's a written part and you finish that, and then you go back through the test and see if you might need to change anything, or you go back for that question that was maybe a little bit extra hard. This is like, you got to make sure that you do the back, like run through, make sure that you really understand before deciding to just be on your own. So I feel like there's one more, let's see if we can do this kind of attempt, right? Hello, Giggle. How are you doing? Hello, Dark Matter. Asja, there's a super chat option, or you could also donate memberships. Where are we at? Okay. Saskia, I am really excited about the types of questions that you were asking, so I'm proud of you. I just want to say that. Grind Hard, we've got, will I be officially hubby soon? Yes. And then we also have, why was there a concern on her part as far as negative intentions? She's not used to people like you. It's really difficult to expect different behaviors when you have consistently experienced the same disappointments or frustrations. So it's like I have to update my definition of what this is, or what connections that are healthy look like, or what love feels like. Just be patient. It's like trying to explain the color orange to somebody when you haven't gone to school yet, you know? You try to talk to a 4-year-old about what color something is when they don't know the actual name, like how do you describe it? It's not very easy, right? I gotta like figure this out because you are not like the other people. Hey, Aqua Beauty, how you doing today? Any guidance? Grindheart, I am super excited for you, and I hope things continue to go well for you, okay? So for April, we have, will he sign divorce papers without a fight? Yes, Knight of Swords. There could be some minimal scuffle or resistance. I'm seeing a delay more than anything else. But I also feel like there is someone who motivates him to not drag this out. Maybe it's a close friend. Maybe it's someone, you know, like a family member, like a mom. But someone who cares for both of you and knows both of you is like nudging him to not be a twat. Sorry, I hope I can say that. All right, for Aqua Beauty. Hello, T-Bird, how are you doing? What guidance do we have for Aqua Beauty, please? Six of Wands in the reverse, the Chariot in the reverse, and the Four of Wands. So what I'm seeing, and it feels kind of appropriate knowing that you are not afraid of using a hammer, right? I'm seeing you gotta like have some understanding that when you're doing a remodeling project, it looks worse before it looks better, right? When you're ripping out all of the sink, the countertops, the flooring in the bathroom, it's not going to look like a bathroom because you have to destroy a little bit before you put the good stuff in, right? Before you put in the nice tub or the granite countertop or whatever it is. Are you supposed to do granite in a bathroom? I feel like you're not. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, this is saying we are in the construction phase that looks a little bit scary right now, but we still have the Four of Wands, which indicates leveling up. So remember, just like you do with remodeling projects, sometimes it's a step backwards and things look a little crazy or hectic, or maybe you even worry about whether or not you made the right choice. But then as you get through that project and you get closer to the desired outcome, you're like, okay, it was worth it. It was totally worth it. And then we have this Ace of Pentacles. So there is positive, abundant energy coming your way. We just have to tolerate the mess for a little bit during the construction period. All right, y'all, we are already at 70 minutes, so I gotta call it. Thank you so much to all of you who have made my channel a success and helped me to get to 4 years today. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for those of you who've gotten personal readings. Thank you for hyping readings. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.